All right, what up, everybody? This is Jeremy with Escape Velocity Trading. Had an absolutely banner trading week last year. So before we dive into the market update bias report for Sunday, October 20th and the trading week ahead, let's look at the trading journal here that I have pulled up, review our trades from December 13th on. And here you can see that we ended up having a banner trading week. Ended up locking in $37,000 and $30. So $37,030, excuse me, on the futures market, and ended up locking in an additional 1,222 on options plays that I did, with a total of over $38,000 this week. Ended up having 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 losing trades. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 20 winning trades. So anyways, big week, 20 winning trades, 6 losing trades, and gain of 38,000. So with that, let's dive right in and look at the trading week ahead, see what we can learn and see what we can profit from. Looking at the S&P, honestly, bullish uptrend still intact. RSI looks good, about to cross into overextended territory, but we all know if we track RSI that it can stay overextended for a period of time. And the sell signal is not when it goes above 70, but when it comes back below 70. So right now, ignoring the fact that the RSI is about to cross into overextended territory, looking at the MACD, it is losing a little bit of steam here, trying to figure out if it can curl up from its current position or not. But the chart looks like a high base and looks like it wants to break out. So the probable path here is a breakout to all-time highs, pushing above 59, 27, and 25 cents. If that does occur, we are going to see further price increase, and we are going to be wanting to stay bullish. Going out to the Nasdaq, a little bit more consolidation here. The MACD has rolled over and is actually signaling a little bit more struggle. But if we can break above this little diagonal resistance line, which it looks like we are trying to do today on the Sunday open, we should see a move back to the previous high around 20,688, and then up to all-time high if we can get some boosts from earnings. We are in earnings season now, so depending on how the tech sector fares in this next week or two, that could end up giving the boost we need to break out and move back to all-time highs and reclaim leadership in the tech sector. Going out to the Russell. Russell had a little bit of a flag pattern, didn't even reach its 9 EMA, which is a great sign for momentum. It is trying to hold right now. If we get a break above, let's call it 2,313, that will be off to the races. So bullish on that. And if we toss this out to a weekly chart just to see, we do have some catch up from that. If we break out of this 2313, 2314 level, we do have the next target up at about 2460. Going out to the Dow Jones, obviously pushing all-time highs as well. Looks very similar to the S&P 500. We are hovering a little bit higher, tighter in, close to that breakout zone. Anything above 43,581 should be considered a breakout. And again, bullish, looking to profit from the upside. Going out to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a really nice reversal here recently. And if we zoom in on this, we are just hovering at the top of the range. We do have a really important diagonal resistance line above us, but if we can get back above 70,000, I don't see anything stopping this thing from getting back up to 72 and then 74,000, retesting all-time highs. And when Bitcoin is bullish, usually Ethereum is too. We have a gorgeous inverted head and shoulders pattern here. So right here we have the left shoulder, then the dip down for the head, and then the right shoulder, this big neckline of resistance right around 2,800. If we can break that 2,800 zone in the same breath that we do this diagonal resistance line, which is currently still up just a little bit from where we are, so that would take a few days of consolidation. But if we get that, that would be a fantastic setup to blast back to 3,000 and then above. I do think we are going to be seeing some catch up in Ethereum. So I'm really interested in development on Ethereum here. Going out to gold, just continuing our bullish uptrend. We had a nice long consolidation, flag-based pattern, pulled back, got blast off, and now looks like the movement is going to be higher. And we will get to the US dollar in just a minute. But if the US dollar starts to weaken and pull back any, that should just add fuel to the fire here for gold. And I expect 28 to be a stone throw away and probably closer to 29 within the next couple of weeks, especially if the US dollar ends up breaking down a little bit. So looking for higher prices on gold, going to be probably day trading and or swing trading that significantly. Going out to silver, got a monster candle on Friday. I actually day traded this thing, locked in about $7,000 just on that one day alone last week. Now we're just hovering right at 34, looking to 35, 35.26, somewhere in there as target one. And then if we can get past that, really the next resistance zone isn't up until about 37.50. So really, really like the look of silver. And if we toss this out to a 5-year chart, you can see we are pushing a breakout. If we toss this to a monthly chart, this gives you a really good, clean perspective. Massive cup and handle pattern here. So this deeper, longer term one here would be the cup, followed by shorter pullback. This would be the handle. Now this would be the breakout zone of around 32.50, and we are looking like we are going to confirm that this month. So we have some catch up to the upside on silver. Really, really bullish on silver. Going out to copper. Copper had a huge run based on data in China and economic stimulus out of China. That fizzled out, is now pulled back, and is looking for support on the 50-period moving average. And I actually like this dip more than I liked the breakout over here, especially if we hear anything positive in terms of more economic stimulus from China. I think it's just a really quick trip back up to probably 467, 468, and then probably breaking out of that and moving higher, especially if we do get that news. So really interested in copper. Very similar for platinum and palladium. So this one is palladium. And if we toss this to a weekly chart, this is where you can really see the turnaround story starting to develop. So we have been fighting below the 9 and 20 for a couple of years now. Got back above the 50. The 9 EMA has crossed back above the 50. The 20 SMA is about to cross back above the 50. Those are both bullish signals, and break above probably 1100 or so is going to signal confirmation to the upside. Next target would probably be up 1250 and then probably up to about 1350. So very, very interested in palladium. And very similar for platinum, even though it is a little bit more choppy, I do really like the look of platinum as well. Breaking out here of around 1030, I think the next stop probably up to 1050 and then 1100. So bullish on platinum as well. Finally, going out to crude light, it is just getting decimated here, and I don't see any real reason to play this other than day trading. Has some work cut out for it. It's already too oversold in terms of just pure number of days it has been down here to be able to short, really. Not enough runway here to make a good profit for the amount of risk that we would take. I'm going to be looking for this to probably come back down into the 65 to 66 range and look to bottom fish down there if I do decide to play it. Going out to natural gas, it just got absolutely smoked, fighting to try to hold on to the 200-period moving average on the daily chart. Not sure if it's going to do it or not, but not interested in being bullish on this until it gets back over 240. So last but not least, I said we would go out and look at the dollar. The dollar has recovered miraculously off of the lows down here, and I am really, really shocked that gold and silver have been breaking out and pushing higher as the US dollar has also been pushing higher, not just a little bit, but a huge, huge run. So if this pulls back and drops any, especially if it breaks the 9 and starts to come back down into the rising 20, that should bode well for both gold and silver. So I'm going to be looking at the dollar for potential plays in the precious metal areas of the market. Finally, and last but not least, let's go out, check out the economic data from Forex Factory for the week ahead. Very, very light week. All we have is Thursday unemployment claims and then PMI data as well. And honestly, I am not really worried one bit about the PMI data, even if it comes in softer than expected. I do feel like the market is going to discount that because we've had several positive economic points in a row that is adding to the story of we are nowhere near a recession. The economy is strong, and we are potentially getting more rate cuts coming our way as well. And that combination is not a combination we see very often in the market where everything is strong and we're getting rate cuts. Usually things are weak and we are getting rate cuts to try to stimulate a suffering economy. So if we are getting rate cuts and the economy is still strong, that bodes well for risk on assets. So that just adds to the current bullish thesis. So with that, guys, take care. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up in the comments, shoot me an email. And I have a link in the description in case you want to check out the free Facebook group I offer where you can contact me, get tips, get advice, and share chart setups with an awesome, awesome community to help each other succeed in the market. Take care, guys.